Good day, everyone. Hope we had a restful night and we're getting ready to enjoy a beautiful sunny day out here. You can see the sun is about to come out. We've had the last 5 days, it's been rain all week. So this is a very, very pleasing and welcoming development for us out here in Canada, or at least in Toronto. All right, today we're going to go straight right into it. Like I said, I'm going to be discussing today, when we focused on delegation. All right, why do we need to delegate? What do we need to delegate? And when do we need to delegate? So in the next 2 episodes, I'm going to be focusing on some of the 7 tips, because I actually have an ebook dedicated to this. So I'm going to be talking about the 7 tips that I've come up with that's very important in helping you to set up a delegation system within your establishment. Yes, I'm going to be going through those 7 tips in the next 2 episodes. Today, I think we should be able to go through about 3 or 4 of those tips, and then we'll round it up next episode, the last 3. All right, so the very first point you have to understand when you want to delegate is to understand the cost of delegation. How do you understand the cost of delegation? Is by understanding the cost of not delegating. Yes, the failure to delegate definitely will increase your workload. And I'll give you an example. Once you focus all the time on having it done by yourself, what does that do? It increases the workload on your desk. And when you're overwhelmed by your workload, what does that mean? It's actually going to start affecting your productivity. Hence the reason why we encourage entrepreneurs and business people to delegate to their reports so that they can free up more time for themselves to be able to lead the establishment. Because you cannot lead your organization if you are constantly involved in operation. I'll give you an example. If you're the man that executes all sales that is happening within your establishment, if you are the same person that executes it, so how and at what point do you have time to manage the business itself? Because you are constantly going from one site to the other. So how are you able to see the growth? You are constantly busy. You're totally busy all the time. You're the ones doing sales. You're the ones doing marketing. You're the ones doing admin. You're the ones doing accounting. And you're also the one executing the project. That's recipe for burnout. That's recipe for low productivity. That's recipe for overstressing yourself. You understand? So that is one of the greatest costs of not delegating or not creating the delegation system in place. You are not able to capitalize on the full potential of your business, and you are not able to think effectively for the business because you are constantly too busy focusing on operations. Okay? Please, guys, it's important to understand the cost of delegation in your business. Understanding the cost of delegation is understanding the cost of not delegating. All right? Second important one is when you are delegating or to create a delegation system in your establishment, it means you are handing over responsibilities to some of your reports. That means some of the things that you do, that you are responsible for, you would like to hand it over to somebody else. So you are entrusting somebody with this responsibility. For you to ensure that it is done effectively, there are some critical things that is important. Clarity in your communication is key. If you want people, if you want people to achieve what you have set out for them, if you want people to achieve the desired results that you like them to achieve, then your communication must be clear. How you want them to do it and what you expect them to do. It must all be clear. You should not allow some ambiguity or vagueness in the communication, because then that leaves room for error, that leaves room for a lot of mistakes by your report. So It's very important you are very clear in your communication. All right? And then another important one, which is the third one, is ensure, you give people responsibility and not task. Bosses, I call them bosses. They love to hand down tasks. Yes, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this. That's the way of a boss. A way of a leader is to delegate responsibility. And how do you delegate responsibility? These are the things I've just told you ahead. Make sure that whatever thing you're telling your people to do, it's communicated clearly. Expectations and deliverables are clearly communicated. Okay, that's very important. And what does this even do? When you give people responsibility, is actually helping them. You're actually empowering them. You are helping them to grow. Responsibility, like they say, creates empowerment. So as a leader, the role of a leader is to create leaders. That's your primary role. Create leaders in every department within your organization. That's your role. You understand? So, how do you create leaders? By getting them to be responsible, giving them responsibility and trusting their judgment. But for you to be able to do that, make sure you spend time to train them, educate them, teach them, and then watch them do it. All right, guys, so these are very crucial points that I believe every business needs to do. I think we have time for one more. Another one is that make sure you build a delegation culture within your establishment. It's not just enough for you, the leader, okay, to delegate responsibilities to your managers or to your reports. You have to encourage them also to delegate to their own reports, and their reports to delegate to their own reports, to the end of the channel, to the end of the chain. What this does is it allows and it helps everybody to constantly and continually keep growing. You want an establishment, you want to grow a business, you want to establish a business where all your team are constantly growing, because their growth, their personal growth, based of the activities of your establishment, is going to result in your own business goals. I'll give you an example. Let's assume what I love to do. I'm a social media guy. I love to spend time on social media. I love to sleep on social media. And I am, as a leader, will require to have social media dependency and social media activities going on. So what do I want to do? I want to entrust that responsibility to a member of my team that loves and is comfortable with social media. Now, why this is important is because for the fact that this guy is something that the guy likes, is constantly will not be bored to do it. You'll be looking for better ways to improve your visibility on social media, because that is his responsibility. And because first and foremost, you're giving him a responsibility in an environment where his strength is. That's where his strength lies. You understand the social media lingo. You understand how to communicate on the social media level. You understand how to create engagement. He knows all of these things on his personal level. And you have not given him a responsibility to take your business and give him the ownership of your business on the social media. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to be so happy to prove to you that he is good. And by doing so, he's actually helping improve your business. So it's very, 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 very important that you create that culture and then you align those responsibilities in line with people's personal goals. All right, I'm going to stop here for now. See you next time for the concluding part of the delegation systems for your business. Stay blessed. I'm The Switch.